It's still the Watchalongs show. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, what's going on this week?
Hey, good to be back. Still feeling fantastic for at least a few more weeks here as we continue to traverse through the Fantastic Fest prompt brought to you by Abby Brooks. We're on week 4.
Week 4 or 5. Finally, I think my first couple weeks I picked some not okay movies, and I'm finally leaning into stuff that I should have seen, getting around to it, and they're not so bad. But your movie did come out first chronologically, so we'll talk about your movie.
Yeah, no, so far, I feel I've done pretty well for the most part with my watches. And this week I went with my most obscure one, but just based on reading the synopsis, I felt like I was going to nail it. It's called The Last Screening. This is directed by Laurent Achard. I've not seen any of his movies or their movies, but this was very unique. It's French. It's about a projectionist who goes out every night and commits ritual killings. And he lives in the theater's basement. Yeah, it's just one of these movies that I just think has strangely kind of slid under the radar.
I haven't heard of it, so that's cool.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good. I really liked it. The lead was a guy named Pascal Cerveau, who I'm not familiar with the movies he's been in either, but there's 4 that are more notable than this one that he's been in, apparently, such as Winter Boy, Ghost Trail. Yeah, I haven't heard of these, but either way, it really is ultimately just we've seen movies like this before. But this movie came out in 2011. It was just more about the impact of, violence in media, which kind of has been something that's been explored in horror forever, honestly, or since at least the 70s that I can.
Even Scream did it.
Scream even did it, but it's done in a much more kind of French way, I'll say. I feel like, the script is pretty basic, but it really works for this movie. And it's 81 minutes. It's really lean, straight to the point, but takes its time at the same point. I gave it 4 stars. I really had a good time with this one. I feel like it's and I put this in my review. I feel like it was a Bill Lustig movie, but French.
All right, that's it. All right, so like right on the edge of exploitation, but
yes.
Not? Okay,
yes.
I'm down. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I watched a movie that I know a lot of people have seen. I just never got around to it. This has been on every streaming service. It gets kicked around back and forth. But I finally got around to sitting down and going through The Girl with All the Gifts. I didn't know Glenn Close was in this, but There she is in this movie. Gemma Arterton, Glenn Close, Patty Considine, a bunch of actors just in this movie, which is one of the most unique zombie apocalypse movies, because it's it's got a Day of the Dead kind of feel. We're at that point where the only people that we know are surviving are these people that are in military bases, being protected. And it's got the zombie stuff is, and I don't know what came out first. I'm going to guess the video game. It is the Last of Us plotline where it's when those fungi kill the ants, but they take over their bodies. All the people that are infected are these fungally infected people.
Okay.
And Glenn Close kind of plays the mad scientist character, which is slightly against type. I guess in her as she gets older, she is playing more wacky characters, Fatal Attraction besides. And she's right on the verge of doing the cure, but in order to get the cure, they have these half-breed children who are carriers of the virus, but they're not undead. And the girl with all the gifts is the character. And it's kind of it starts off as a morality tale that they got to kill these kids to save humanity because they have to experiment on these kids to synthesize the vaccine. But then it kind of degenerates into a zombie survival horror film. I won't spoil the ending, but I wouldn't want to live in this world. I'll tell you that much. 3.5. It's worth your time. If you like zombie movies, it's solid.
Okay. Yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah, and so that is the Why We Love Horror Challenge, the 3rd annual Why We Love Horror Challenge. You can go to that QR code to see what we're talking about. We have one more week of Fantastic Fest left. But then on top of that, Aaron gave me 100 movies I'm working through for the year, and I gave Aaron 100 movies he's working through for the year. We are at the same point in time. We are both at 2020. However, I think we might have missed a movie that I know Aaron watched.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you first with that movie.
Sorry about that. I just stopped foaming at the mouth from Lux Eterna. Which, this movie gave me epilepsy. And all the other jokes that everybody's going to make about the movie, because
there are lots of flashing lights. There are lots.
18 minutes straight at one point. And it really didn't bother me. Like, I'm officially not epileptic because it didn't even give me a slight headache. Like, it really didn't. Like, I'm good. Whatever you got for me. It's basically like watching women acting like witches, but actually being like tortured and burned at the stake for this movie production almost. Like, it's a lot of like split screen throughout the movie. It's only 50 minutes long, and I think that it didn't need to be much longer than that. I think it was a good call by Gasper to make this. I don't know what this is called. I think they're called these mediums when they're like 51 minutes, or there's some word. It's not featurette. It's another word. It's not feature. It's something else. But either way, like, because you have the split screen of like what's happening behind the scenes and on the actual production, like it does like make it like twice the movie at once. And that's like very impressive at how coherent that is, because a lot of Gaspar Noé movies, I was fully expecting this to be fully incoherent. I thought it was quite coherent, actually. Like, I'm surprised that, like there's obviously layers to it. There's like this dissection of reality and what's real and not. But besides that, it's really just like, it doesn't really get in the way too much from what it is, which is ultimately just a production from hell.
Right.
And I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was great.
I'm also at 4 stars for Lux Eterna. You're right. I would say early Gaspar Noé is also fairly straightforward. It's just like depraved and straightforward. This is the most straightforward of like later stage Gaspar Noé. Like, it's clearly just a commentary on some level of like how women are treated in the movie industry. But then he piles like layers on top of it. But you can watch it as a straightforward critique of how women actresses are treated. And enjoy it that way.
Yeah, I really like that though.
What do you got next?
Next would be Netflix original, I believe, #Alive. And this is by director Cho Tu is the name of this director. So cool name. He hasn't, I don't know if he's really done anything else since, and it doesn't seem like he has. This was solid. Like it reminds me a lot of that movie I watched a few weeks ago, The
Night Eats the World.
Yes, but he's a gamer and he's not social, and instead of like a drum solo, it's like a gamer inspired escape, I don't know, like thing. But like there's a decent amount of heart to this movie. Like, I don't know, like I'm like, when you mentioned earlier, like if you like zombie movies, check out this movie. It kept me from probably watching The Girl with All the Gifts, because like I don't know how much I really like zombie movies. Like I like the best ones. I like the really good ones, but I don't know if I like them because they're zombie movies. And this, to me, is just kind of solid enough survival zombie. It was missing something. Even in the parts that are like cool scenes with like cool camera work, it was missing the sauce, as the kids say. So for me,
it definitely goes like the ending is tonally. It becomes an action movie for like the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that just usually doesn't work for me in general. It didn't work for me here. It's a 3-star movie for me. Like, this is a Netflix middle of the road, not the perfection level at all.
I enjoy The Night Eats the World. I enjoy this movie. I like when like you have a person and you get to see the zombie apocalypse happen around them. I just like those kinds of movies. Yeah. I'm at 4 stars for Alive just because like that formula works for me. It's like my life, how someone's life doesn't even change in the zombie apocalypse is like an interesting commentary on, I guess, South Korean society at this point in time. So like, but if you're not into that specific subgenre of zombie movies, then I guess you don't need to watch #Alive. If you've seen The Night Eats the World, it's just like Aaron said, swap out a drummer for a tech guy and you got it. It's close.
Yeah, it was all right. And then the last movie I watched for this week, it is called The Guardian in English, Thien Thanh Ho Men in what is that?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, right. This is a really, really good haunted doll movie that has a lot of people on Letterboxd who have like a stick up their ass about script writing, and they need to like they're like, oh, this would be so great if the script matched the production and everything. And I think some of the poorly written, dumbly written aspects are on purpose, and it's deliberate dialogue. And maybe I'm looking for a reason to like the movie because I really did. I gave it 4 stars, by the way. I thought that the lead performance by Truck On, who plays Mai Lee, it's just so good with like the dynamics of like her. Is that her uncle she's living with? Who like yeah, her uncle who's like completely against singing, and it's just like it like kind of takes like a Disney like story almost and like flips it on its head. It's got like aspects of like substance in some aspects of it with like how women are treated within fame. So I guess a lot of movies, but just like, and I just thought that the songs were really good. Like the production was really good, and I was enthralled from the beginning. It's an over 2-hour movie and felt like a 90-minute movie in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't get these 1-star reviews on here. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I'm also at 4 stars. Like, I am a fan of Perfect Blue. I am a fan of Helter Skelter. I'm a fan even of K-pop Demon Hunters. If you like those movies, this is a good movie too. It's like, it's not copying any of those movies, but it takes place in the same like stream. You know, it's like, this is another country and it's a different culture, and this is how Vietnam handles like their V-pop stars, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
really solid though.
Yeah, I would agree. As far as I got to 2 movies this week. This one kind of like it swerved me. Hunter x Hunter. And there is like I guess between this and I forget the name of the other movie that Devon Sawa's in, but Devon Sawa, when he's not doing when he doesn't show up in more mainstream pictures, he's doing movies where he's in the woods. And I'll get to the name of that movie, whatever movie I'm thinking of in a second. It's a recent movie with him in it. But Hunter x Hunter takes off, and you think it's just going to be like Backwoods or Blackwater, one of these movies where it's like, okay, these people are like up against it in the woods, up against like a predator, like the Gray or something like that. And for the first almost 2/3 of the movie, like you're basically being told like that's what happened. The other movie I'm thinking of where Devon Sawa is a guy in the woods is consumed.
Okay, I was gonna guess Wild America.
Yeah, it's definitely consumed. But I don't even want to spoil it because I was ready to like shit on this movie until like you realize what's really going on, and then this movie just takes off. Like the last like 20 minutes of this movie, it's like holy shit because
that is insane.
Yeah, Camille Sullivan from Shelby Oaks. I'm like, where do I know this lady from? Oh yeah, she's the lead character of Shelby Oaks. I can't even spoil it. Like it goes from like your typical fucking man versus wild thing to like I fucked up. Like psychological horror movie, and but I won't say how or why or what happens.
Shout out to Nick Stahl too, getting another solid horror movie that no one watched.
Yeah, Nick Stahl in this. But like, I wish kind of it was longer so that we could have had more time in the world. That's awesome, but you have to sit through like the whole like we're fur trappers in the woods and we're so far from people and the police can't even come out here. It's like ugh. But those last 15 minutes, holy shit.
It's 93 minutes, and you feel those extra 3 minutes for sure. It's like, oh boy, this sure is over 90 minutes. 3.5 for me as well. And it probably was a 2.5 till the last 20 minutes.
I agree. I was like, I'm going to shit on this movie. Then
why did you suggest this movie? You were probably wondering why I suggested it.
Yeah. It's such a not Aaron movie. Until the last 10, 15 minutes, you're like, holy shit. Yeah. I can't even say, I wouldn't even say a movie it's like. But it's like I would have just watched that 15 minutes as a short because it works as a short. But whatever. Yeah. The other movie I watched, I was psyched about finally getting to it. The Beta Test, Jim Cummings and friends making another movie that. When is he going to break through? Like I want to know. Like Wolf of Snow Hollow is awesome. This is really good. I will say what it's about because like it's not spoiling anything. Right. Basically, in the upper class part of the world, someone's hatched a plot to basically trick the rich into committing adultery in order to blackmail them and all kinds of shit. And like this is from the perspective of one victim living in a world of the victims, where like basically they're going to concierge your greatest, most heightened sexual fantasy, and then weaponize it against you. And it's one man's quasi downfall facing this one-man cabal, I guess is the best way to put it. And Jim Cummings plays a character that I imagine he is not like in real life, but like what a vapid, like arrogant, shallow douchebag.
Jim Cummings is, yeah, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, so it's his performance. I think he pulls it off and he makes the movie, because that's the rest of the movie just happens around him. Mm-hmm. It's really like a one-man show with everyone reacting to him, and he's great. It's a 4-star movie for me.
Yeah, Jim Cummings is handsome Larry Fessenden. That's just what he is. So he's never going to break through. He looks like he should. You're like, he's got the leading man looks like, but he's so weird in himself and just impossible to ever become a massive appeal, in my opinion, like in a good way. Like, and I hope he doesn't, because Beta Test is like one of his worst movies, and it's still really good. I gave it 3.5. And honestly, if I rewatched it, I think that I'd be a little more ready for what type of movie it was. But just in general, like anything with Jim Cummings is worth watching. And he has such range, like Yuma County, Wolf of Stone Hollow, his shorts, like his Marvel short where he like plays a Make-A-Wish guy working for Marvel. It's like incredible, like on YouTube. Like this guy, he's great.
I need him to get one shot. Like he needs his one shot. But he's basically playing Patrick Bateman without the murder in this movie. Is who he is.
Very true.
That'll do it for this week. We got one more week of Fantastic Fest left, but we'll go through the list one more time. That is the Why We Love Horror Challenge. Those are my 100 movies. Those are Aaron's 100 movies. And just so you know, in October, we will be doing the Pick Your Poison Challenge again. Abra on Letterboxd just put her list out a few days ago. We've filled those out. I'll get some QR codes up for that for next week. We'll preview what we're doing. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Drop us a line at wwlhorror@gmail.com. Whatever. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. This has been the Watch Along Show. See you next week.